What if your best friend vanished into thin air, and you were the last one to see them?
What if, years later, you still feel their presence, watching you from the shadows?
Welcome to Friday 13, where we don't just tell scary stories. We uncover true horrors that'll make you question every shadow.
I'm Ethan, and this isn't some made-up tale.
This really happened to me, and it's why I can't sleep without the lights on.
Stay with me, because what took my friend that night?
It's still out there, waiting in the dark.
It started with a whisper,
Barely audible, like the wind brushing my ear. But what if that whisper was the first sign of something that'd been waiting for us? Let me take you back to how it began, and why I'll never forget it.
It was a Friday night, just like any other.
Or,
so I thought.
Jake and I had been best friends since we were kids, the kind who'd finish each other's sentences. We were 18, restless, and looking for adventure. That night, we decided to explore the old forest outside town. The locals called it cursed, said people went in and never came out. But we were young, cocky, and didn't believe in ghost stories. What's the worst that could happen? Jake said, grinning. I forced a smile, but my stomach twisted. Ever had that feeling where you know you're making a mistake, but you do it anyway? That's how it felt. We stepped into the forest, the fog thick and clinging to the trees, like ghostly fingers. The air was damp, heavy with the scent of decay. We joked to keep the nerves at bay, but the deeper we went, the quieter it got. Too quiet. No birds, no wind, just our footsteps crunching on dead leaves. Then Jake stopped. Did you hear that? He whispered. I strained my ears. There it was, a faint whisper, like someone calling our names. My heart skipped. It's just the wind, I said, but even I didn't believe it. That's when we saw it, a shadow, darting between the trees. My blood ran cold. Was someone following us? And we kept moving, but the shadow, it was always there, just out of sight. Jake's grin faded, replaced by a nervous twitch. Maybe we should head back, he muttered. I nodded, but when we turned, the path, it was gone. The trees had shifted, closing in around us. My pulse raced. This way, I said, picking a direction. We stumbled through the underbrush, the whispers growing louder, circling us. Stay with us. I grabbed Jake's arm, pulling him forward. But then, he slipped from my grip. I turned. He was gone. Jake! I shouted. My voice echoed back, unanswered. He'd vanished into the fog. What is it? I searched for hours, screaming his name. But the forest, it swallowed him whole. The whispers mocked me. He's ours now. I finally stumbled out at dawn. Alone, shaking. The police searched for days, but they never found a trace. Jake was gone, and I was the last one to see him alive. But it didn't end there. The nightmares started the next night. Vivid, terrifying dreams. Always the same. I'd be back in the forest, lost, and Jake would be there, his eyes hollow, his mouth stretched in a silent scream. He'd whisper, "Why didn't you save me?" he said. I'd wake up gasping, the air icy cold. But it wasn't just dreams. I'd hear footsteps in the hallway, faint whispers in the dark. Ethan, my name, over and over. I'd flick on the light. Nothing. Just the empty room, the shadows lurking in the corners. Just the empty room. The shadows lurking in the corners. I couldn't shake it. The guilt, the fear. It was like Jake's spirit was haunting me, blaming me for what happened. I tried to move on, but the whispers. They grew louder, but the whispers. They grew louder, more insistent. Come back. I'd catch glimpses, fleeting, out of the corner of my eye. A figure standing in the hallway, watching me. I'd turn. it'd vanish. The air would turn cold, sharp, like stepping into a freezer. And the smell, damp earth, like the forest itself, had followed me. I was unraveling, jumpy, paranoid, a mess. Have you ever felt a presence behind you, even when you knew you were alone? That's where I was, trapped in my own home, with something I couldn't see. I had to know what happened to Jake. I started digging. Library archives, old newspapers, anything about the forest. That's when I found it. A pattern. Every decade, someone vanished in those woods, always on a Friday night. The articles were vague, lost hikers, unsolved cases, but the details were chilling. Witnesses reported whispers, shadows, a feeling of being watched. My stomach dropped.
Was there something in the forest? Something that took people?
And why did it let me go? End quote. I went back to the forest. Had to. The whispers were driving me mad. I stood at the edge, flashlight trembling. What do you want? I shouted. The wind howled back, carrying a whisper. You. My blood froze. Me? Why me? I stepped into the trees, the fog curling around me. The whispers erupted, loud, frantic. Here. We're here. I followed the sound, deeper than before, until I reached a clearing. And there, half buried in the dirt, a locket, small and rusted. I pried it open. Inside, a photo of Jake, his eyes scratched out. My heart stopped. What had taken him, and why was it calling me back? I backed away, the locket clutched in my hand. The figures, they were closing in, their eyes glowing faintly in the dark. My breath came in gasps. I turned and ran, the whispers chasing me. Don't leave us. I burst out of the forest, the locket still in my grip. I didn't stop until I was home, locking the door behind me. The whispers, they stopped. But the feeling, it never left. And that was a year ago. I've never gone back to the forest. But sometimes, when the night's too quiet, I swear I hear it. But sometimes, when the night's too quiet, I swear I hear it. A faint whisper, calling my name. Ethan. This really happened, and it's why I can't sleep anymore. So, next time you're tempted to explore a forbidden place, ask yourself, what's waiting in the dark? And will it let you leave? That's my story, true as the chill running down my spine. If it got under your skin, hit that like button and subscribe for more real horrors. Ever lost someone under mysterious circumstances or heard whispers in the dark? Drop it in the comments. You're not alone. This is Friday 13, signing off. But remember, the shadows are always watching.